Lang also said something about you, Chem. I don't know what you done to piss him off, but I think he said he would also take you instead of G or something like that. What was it he said about Chem, Frankie?
I don't know. He said something about disrespecting someone.
It would have been Eve.
Eve, yeah.
He was pissed about that.
Well, she frankly did it to herself. All I said was that Eve said she'd call me back regarding the Lang thing. She didn't. I waited an hour. I decided I'd go meet Lang myself, make it on my own terms because it's life or death. Met with Lang. She calls me afterwards, says you shouldn't have done that. He's very paranoid. You're lucky you didn't die. Blah, 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 blah. Long story short, she says, you know, you could have done different things. I mentioned the fact that I called her and she didn't call back after an hour. Like, well, you could have just called me. And then after that comment, because she's basically said it herself at that point, I said, yes, but, you know, because I said, I'm not going to apologize for going around you, Eva. It's not a Cerberus issue. And you are the Lang Gatekeeper. Because, like, she's literally said, if you wanted a meeting with Lang, call me. So that's why I made that comment. She qualified herself as that, so what I used to describe her. It's not even negative.
I mean,
it's not.
Yeah, that's
no,
not.
the Queen
I mean,
does protect the king, right? The Queen protects the king, right?
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't even a
Also,
negative
so
comment.
that's-
It's just like it's not a Cerberus issue, so she has nothing to do with it, really.
It feels like you've basically. It feels. I think the way they're seeing it is you've essentially told her to fuck off and stay out of the business and stop trying to gatekeep this like Lang from you. That's what it feels they see it as.
I see. That's because everyone in the city uses gatekeep in a specific context, whereas I'm using it as a position descriptor because it's literally what it is. That's
Yeah, I mean,
where the
that's
term.
quite literally what she was doing. Yeah.
It's.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, the Queen protects the king. Sometimes you need to go to the king directly.
Yeah, I mean, she's high up in Cerberus. She does her own thing, and she's incredibly well connected. But like, she said it herself. She's like, "Oh, if I was like, you didn't call back," and she said, "If you wanted a meeting with Lang, you should have just called." And like, I already did call, and she didn't call back after an hour. And so the fact she's saying to call her is she's qualifying herself as the gatekeeper anyway. She's basically saying, "Call me, I get you a meeting with Lang."
I will admit, I would have called Lang directly. I fucking done
Yeah,
that.
but Lang is a busy man, and frankly, like, if he wanted to palm it off, he could have. So, you know, showing up at...
Or Harry, you could have tried Harry.
Nah, fuck that. Me and Harry probably end up shooting each other, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The thing is with disrespect or however he's feeling about it, that's something that can be.
And no offense to
amended in the
Lang,
future.
but, like, for someone who claims to have left the gang life, like, I will always respect Lang. And, you know, I answer to him to some extent through Ray. But for someone who left the gang life and says that Cerberus is just a business entity, wanting to kill me because I said that that Eve controls access to Lang, called it, like, used a position descriptor as a gatekeeper, shows that the gangster hasn't entirely left Lang. Like, it's still there.
Oh, no, yeah. Lang is one cold
it never
motherfucker.
will.
He's one cold
never
motherfucker.
will. The thing is, like, look, I've done a lot of stuff with Lang himself, bro. That man is as gangster as they come, even though he is a businessman.
I mean, he retired from the South Side, but he really just put a Gucci bag and a skyscraper on it.
Listen, that's a perception, and it's a true perception.